everybody and welcome back. We are here for week 41 of the hashtag Altered Index 2024 challenge. This is the challenge that I'm running in my Facebook group, Nonstop Papercrafts, and it's also being hosted in the Junk Journaling for Everyone Facebook group. Each week I release 3 prompts and then I am altering an index card just because I have lots of them in my stash. But if you are joining in, you certainly don't have to use index cards. You can use whatever you have to hand. So if you just have some scrap paper that you want to use and cut it down to a certain size, you can use that. Some people are using tags, others are just doing it straight into an art journal and then decorating their page based on the prompts. So this week, our 3 prompts, we have bird, that's our thing. We've got the colour pink. And we've got the word gift. So bird, pink and gift. So as usual, I have gathered some bits together. So I've already made a little bit of a start just because there's going to be a bit of colouring in this, and obviously I don't want to waste a lot of your time of you just watching me colour. But I have this, it's an embossing and stamp set. Sorry, I'll try and move it so it's not so glary on the light. But you've got this little girl with a balloon, and then you've got these little birds down here. So I thought that ticks my bird box. There is another little stamp here of a bird, which I might include. I'm not sure yet. And then for pink, well, I thought, well, I can do her dress in pink. I'm thinking of stamping maybe the confetti in the balloon. And then using this stamp set, which is absolutely upside down at the moment. So this is a stamp set that I have, which has lots of different sentiments on, and then it even has its die, which cuts everything out, and that has a saying that says, "Friends are a gift." So that's the quote I'm going to use, and I'm going to have that inside the balloon on my card. Now, because of the size of this embossing folder, it obviously doesn't quite fit on this card. You can see the embossed detail, and it's an absolutely beautiful embossing folder. It embossed so well. So I did it again on this bit, and then I'm going to use this bit of fence. I'm going to cut it and stick it on the ends just so it looks like it actually belongs as part of the scene. Now I do have part of a cloud here. I'm really not going to worry too much about that because, yeah, I don't think it's something that necessarily needs to be added on. But yeah, I might do a little bit of ink blending on the sides. Like I said, I do want to stamp inside the balloon. I'm going to colour her dress in, and then we'll kind of see where we go from there. So as usual, I am doing this on a piece of cardstock, only because the index cards that I have are quite thin. So if I would have embossed on this, it probably would have possibly torn a little bit. And when you're writing on the back, it would get very difficult because obviously you've got that embossing as well. So I am doing it on a separate piece of card. So I think first of all I'm going to just cut this down and get that stuck into place. So I'm just going to cut up this fence here. And sort of see where it's going to go to. So pretty much where this fence panel ends, isn't it? Okay, so I am going to just stick that on there. What I might do is just cut round the fence panels a little bit. Now for this, I'm going to be colouring inside the embossed bits. The only bit that I haven't done that on is the fence. I did colour in the raised parts, but for everything else I'm going to leave the raised parts as kind of like the lines that I know would normally be in black. But I thought I'll just make it a little bit different. It can be white raised lines. So I'm just going to cut along the fence like that, just so it makes it look a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to stick that down. Okay, so we're only kind of going up to there. so I'm just going to hold that in place for a second. Let that glue grab. And then we'll have a go at the other side. Okay, so on this side then, I'm just going to cut down this post. And that's pretty much up to where that post starts as well, isn't it? About there. Yep, so again, I'm just going to cut round the top of the posts. Like that, and then I'm going to stick that down on there. So again, it's kind of just up to where the fence parts. Okay, so I'm just going to hold that in place for a second. Let that glue grab. And then just so it doesn't look too odd, because there is a teensy bit of a gap, I'm just going to colour in that space. Right, let's snip those bits off. Awesome. Okay. So we don't need those bits. So that's how it's looking at the moment. So we've got the fence down at the bottom. Right, so I need to get pink in here, and obviously I've got my little birdies. I was thinking of doing her dress pink. I also have little facial expressions for her, so I think I might use one of those. So let's take this out. So yeah, I think I'm going to use the confetti in the balloon, so we'll get that one off. I mean, I do like the florals, but I'm thinking because it's a gift, you've kind of got the party confetti, haven't you? Oh, that's quite stiff. Right, so we're going to have that going in there. And then what kind of face? I could have the little stamped bird over to the side, couldn't I? I mean, this one's quite sweet actually, where she's got her eyes closed. So maybe we'll go with that one. So, okay, so I'm going to use a small stamp platform. I think I'm going to do one at a time, otherwise you know I'll mess this up. Let's grab my VersaFine, because that's great for little details. Now, as I said, I've not used this before, so I don't know whether to just do a little tester. Okay, so yeah, don't press too hard is the rule, I think. There we go. So she's got her cute little face. Now it's just giving my stamps a little bit of a clean each time I use them. So we'll put that face back. And then shall we do the little birdie? Oh, he's cute. I like him. So we've got a little birdie. Let's put you back. Okay, and then we've got the confetti heart. Okay, so lots of little confetti paper in there. Right, so I'm going to put that ink away. And just pop this away. Right, so now that I've got that, I need to start adding some colour. So obviously pink is our colour. So just on this piece, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a tester with some pinks that I've got. Because I don't want anything too like bright pink. That's quite dark, isn't it? It's not too bad. Oh, that's not a bad pink. That's probably a bit better, isn't it? Okay, so I think I'm going to do her dress. And like I said, I'm going to go inside the embossed lines. Okay, so the aim was initially to stay within the embossed lines, but it started kind of bleeding onto them, so I kind of went with it, and actually it looks okay. I actually quite like it. So I've done her hairband, I've done her dress, so let's move on to her hair. So what colour hair should she have? Well, we've got brown for the fence, so maybe if we go with a blonde. So I'll try and see if I can find, oh no, that's not blonde. I mean, I want yellow without it being like sunshiny yellow. That might be quite nice. Okay, so that's her hair. Right, let's move on to the balloon. So again, keeping with pink, I think I'm going to have different pinks in my confetti. So I'm just going to randomly go round and just colour them all different pinks. This is actually quite a nice activity. I do like it when I get something which I can colour in. I've done a couple of cards now which involve a little bit of colouring, and I quite like it. So let's find some different shades. That's a much lighter pink. Yeah, I was just going through my calendar as well and checking how many more weeks we've got left of this year. And as far as Tuesdays are concerned, I think I worked it out that I would be going up to card 51. So not 52 cards, I'm going to be doing 51 cards, which means if we're on card 41 already, we've only got 10 more to go after this, which just seems absolutely nuts. Because it doesn't feel like it was that long that I started this challenge. I can't believe the year has disappeared already. But it's been a fun challenge. I've really enjoyed it, and I've seen so many people taking part as well. So it seems that you guys are enjoying it as well, which is obviously fantastic. So there's my pink balloon. I think I am just going to have a black for the string, so I'm just going to follow that down and go around for the string. Right, so now my birdies. What colour shall I have my birdies? I'm thinking blue. Let's sort of see what blues we've got. So that's quite a light blue, that's quite nice. And then maybe a dark blue for the wings. Let's see. That's quite bright, but that's okay because it's a bright card. So perhaps a dark blue for the wings and for the outline. Let's see if I can do this without messing up completely. And then I'm just going to use the lighter blue then for the inside. Okay, so that's my birdies. Right, so now obviously we've got friends are a gift, and that's going to get stuck in here. So I'm going to use my finer glue for that, otherwise I'll probably end up squirting glue all over the shop with the other one. Okay, so friends are a gift. Then I think, just to kind of help bring it in a little bit, I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending around the outside. Okay, so I've got 3 different blues. I might just do a little bit of a tester as to which is the lightest, because obviously I don't want it to be too dark really. So I'm just going to move that to one side for a second, and let's have a see what we think of these. Okay, that one's not too bad actually. Salty Ocean. Salty Ocean's not too bad either actually. I think I might go with Salty Ocean actually, just because I think it blends a little bit better. So I'm just going to wipe that clean a sec. That's the quite nice thing about using a glass mat. Right, I'm going to bring this in. And I'm going to use this only because it doesn't matter anyway. I'm just going to knock a little bit of it off, and then I can come in and just go around the edge. I just think it kind of brings it all together now. It doesn't feel quite like a great big white empty space. So I think we can call that pretty much done. So let's lift this up, give my mat a wipe. And then we can bring this back in. Obviously this is going to get stuck down on there anyway. But yeah, I really quite like that. Let's get that in place. Right, so now let's figure out where the tab's got to go. So 41 is actually over on the left hand side. So this is my template to help me. So this is going to sit about here. So I'm going to do the back first, just so I can get it lined up, and then I will stick the front on. Okay, so it's about there. I just need to push it down slightly. That's it. Then lift it up, and then I can glue the front. Oh, no, not that bit. Right. Okay, and there is card 41. So bird, yeah, we've got our birdies. Pink, yeah, she's in our pink dress, and we've got pink in our balloon as well. And gift, friends are a gift. So there is my week 41. I really love that, and I think the blue around the outside just helps bring it all in. Really nice embossing and stamp set, actually. I really quite like that. As I said, it's the first time I've used it. Really hope that this has given you some inspiration, and I hope that you join in. If you do, make sure that you use the hashtag just so that myself and others can find you as well. There are lots of people following this challenge, so it would be great if they can find you and be inspired by your work as well. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.